Welcome to Prime Wheels, where we celebrate the love for classic cars and automotive culture. Join us as we explore timeless classics. Here are 15 classics.
Number 1.
(1953) Hudson Superjet two-door. Price, $8,500. Location, New Jersey. This 1953 Hudson Superjet two-door represents Hudson's compact step-down engineering in one of its most accessible and charming forms. Produced for only 2 years, the Superjet was the company's downsized, entry-level sedan, designed to offer the same low center of gravity handling as the larger Hornet but in a more affordable and compact package. This example has spent time in Minnesota and California, receiving cosmetic and mechanical attention before being offered at no reserve. Finished in blue over matching blue cloth upholstery, it captures the clean, understated design language Hudson favored in the early 1950s. The exterior has been refinished in a bright, appealing blue and is complemented by chrome bumpers, a faux hood scoop, dual side mirrors, rear fender skirts, and Superjet fender badges. A body color Continental kit extends from the rear bumper, emphasizing the period-correct look and giving the car a slightly more upscale presence. Body color 15-inch steel wheels with chrome hubcaps and trim rings complete the vintage aesthetic, and they are wrapped in Firestone whitewall tires installed in November 2024. The car rides on a 105-inch wheelbase and uses Hudson's typical setup for the period, a coil spring independent front suspension paired with a leaf spring live rear axle and four-wheel hydraulic drum brakes. Inside, the cabin continues the two-tone blue theme with refurbished cloth upholstery, a white headliner, black flooring, and period touches that give the car strong nostalgic charm. Features include a weather control heater, push-button AM radio, front lap belts, a locking Hudson Jet branded glove box, armrests, sun visors, dome lighting, and useful rear storage pockets on the split-folding front seat backs. A signal stat turn signal controller sits on the steering column, and the two-spoke wheel with chrome horn ring frames a 120 miles per hour speedometer, warning lights, and auxiliary gauges. The odometer shows 73,000 miles, with approximately 50 added under current ownership. Under the hood, the 202 CI inline-six features a single carburetor and power dome cylinder head, Hudson's durable and straightforward small-engine design. Recent service included adjusting the ignition timing, changing the oil, and installing new spark plugs, ignition wires, and a fresh battery. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a column-shifted 3-speed manual transmission, retaining the classic driving experience of early 1950s American compacts. Offered at no reserve with owner's manuals, spare parts, and partial service records, this 1953 Hudson Superjet two-door is a charming, lightly updated example of Hudson's final years of independent production. With its clean presentation, recent maintenance, and classic step-down engineering, it stands as an approachable and attractive entry into early 1950s American motoring.
Number 2.
(1956) Pontiac Chieftain 860 two-door sedan. Price, $11,000. Location, Canby, Oregon. This 1956 Pontiac Chieftain 860 two-door sedan represents classic mid-1950s Pontiac design, powered by the brand's Stratostreak V8 and paired with a column-shifted 3-speed manual transmission. Originally finished in two-tone Nimbus gray and Granada gold, the car was later refinished in its current combination of yellow and white, giving it a bright, period-correct look that highlights its chrome accents, stainless trim, and distinctive Pontiac styling cues. The exterior features chrome bumpers with a gull-wing grille, fender-mounted mirrors, headlight eyebrows, V8 fender badges, stainless body spears, and fin moldings that complement the signature 1956 Pontiac tail design. Chrome-finished 15-inch steel wheels with bullet-style hubcaps are wrapped in BF Goodrich Silvertown whitewall radials, while a matching spare rests in the carpeted trunk. The chassis retains its factory-style suspension, including independent coil springs and a sway bar up front, leaf springs in the rear, and drum brakes at all four corners. Inside, The cabin has been reupholstered in black vinyl and gray cloth with matching door panels, a coordinated headliner, and salt and pepper carpeting. Classic details such as the Motorola Volumatic AM radio, vent windows, and heater/defroster maintain the car's vintage feel, while aftermarket rear speakers add a touch of modern convenience. The two-spoke steering wheel with its Chief Pontiac cap fronts a black-painted dash trimmed with chrome and fitted with a 120 mph speedometer and dual 2-in-1 auxiliary gauges. The odometer shows 28,000 miles, though the true mileage is unknown. Under the hood, the 317ci Stratostreak V8 retains its two-barrel carburetor setup and delivers smooth, reliable power. An oil change was completed prior to the sale, and the drivetrain remains true to its original character with a column-shifted 3-speed manual transmission sending power to the rear wheels. The car also carries its Fisher body tag, confirming its build as a Chieftain 862-door sedan produced at the Southgate, California plant with black pattern cloth and gray vinyl trim and originally finished in Nimbus gray and Granada gold. Presented in clean driver condition and offering authentic mid-century Pontiac character, this Chieftain 860 attracted a high bid of $11,000.
Number 3.
1959 Cadillac Eldorado Seville. Price, $29,800. Location, Miami. This 1959 Cadillac Eldorado Seville is one of just 975 hardtop coupes produced in the most iconic styling year in Cadillac history. Finished today in Seminole red over reupholstered red and white leather, this Seville blends its dramatic 59 design with recent mechanical attention that makes it a strong-running and highly presentable example of Cadillac's premier luxury hardtop. Originally delivered in Olympic white with a black Eldorado-specific Vicadeck roof, Code 90-2, the car reportedly received its repaint and bright work restoration during the 2010s. Its body remains unmistakably 1959 Cadillac, towering tailfins with bullet tail lamps, quad headlights, a rear grille insert, rear fender skirts, chrome bumpers, fog lamps, and sweeping Eldorado trim that runs from the belt line downward to the rocker moldings. The seller notes touch-ups on the left front fender, imperfections in the mirror chrome, and delamination in the vent windows, minor flaws in an otherwise striking presentation. 15-inch steel wheels were Cadillac crest covers and 8.20 or 15 Auburn white wall radials, with power steering and power-assisted drum brakes as standard equipment. The factory air suspension has been replaced with coil springs, and the brakes were recently serviced. Some dings in the wheel covers are shown in the seller's video. Inside, the Seville's cabin has been rimmed in bright red and white leather, coordinated with matching carpeting, floor mats, and a red dashboard. Luxury features include a power front bench, power windows, power vent windows, power door locks, a power trunk release with automatic pull-down, courtesy lighting, and a push-button AM radio. The air conditioning and clock are noted as inoperative. The two-spoke steering wheel fronts a 120 mph horizontal speedometer and factory gauge cluster. The odometer shows 14,000 miles, though the selling dealer states this is not accurate and true mileage is unknown. Under the hood sits Cadillac's top power plant for 1959, the 390ci V8 with factory tri-power, rated at 345 horsepower and 435 lb-ft when new. The transmission and carburetors have both been recently rebuilt, and additional recent service includes a new fuel tank, fuel pump, battery, and exhaust system. Power flows through a 4-speed Hydromatic, freshly rebuilt, to the rear wheels. The trunk area has been fully rimmed and includes a spare wheel and tire. After being acquired out of Northern California in 2025, this Eldorado received mechanical freshening that prepares it for confident cruising while retaining its bold 1950s character. Offered with a clean Arizona title, it stands as a striking, well-sorted, and highly collectible example of Cadillac's most dramatic era.
Number 4.
1955 Chevrolet 210 Townsman wagon. Price, $10,500. Location, Garden Grove, California. This 1955 Chevrolet 210 Townsman wagon is an original condition California survivor showing 68,000 miles and equipped with its factory 235 CI inline-six paired with a 3-on-the-tree manual transmission. Offered as a running and driving driver/project, it has received extensive recent mechanical work and remains a solid base for preservation, cruising, or future restoration. Exterior. Finished in factory-style green, the body is straight with clean roof drip rails, intact glass, and a well-preserved rear tailgate and spare tire area, common rust spots on Tri-5 wagons. White wall tires complement the classic look. Cosmetically, it remains an unrestored survivor and will benefit from future refinishing and detailing. Interior. The cabin features newer green seat upholstery and a replacement headliner. Other interior components present in driver condition. A front floor repair was completed roughly 30 years ago. The overall interior retains its original layout and vintage charm. Drivetrain and mechanical. Powered by the original 235 CI straight-six with a 1-barrel carburetor and column-shift manual gearbox, the wagon recently received new spark plugs, fuel lines, fuel pump, fuel filter, rebuilt carburetor, fresh oil, new ignition coil, and a new battery. The seller reports it runs, drives, shifts, stops, and all lights function properly. Summary. A largely original 1955 Chevy Townsman wagon with honest California bones, strong mechanical updates, and a clean title. It's an enjoyable driver as is and an excellent starting point for restoration or mild custom work, an affordable entry into the Tri-5 world with plenty of potential.
Number 5.
1954 Lincoln Capri Special Custom Convertible. Price, $29,250. Location, Palm Coast, Florida. This 1954 Lincoln Capri Special Custom Convertible carries a remarkable ownership history, having been held for roughly 50 years by a former director of the Lincoln and Continental Owners Club before being acquired by the current owner in 2016. Originally the top-tier model in Lincoln's early 1950s lineup, this Capri was refinished in red around 1995 and later received a fresh interior trimmed in black and red leather under current ownership. Power comes from a 317 CI Y-block V8 paired with a 4-speed hydromatic automatic transmission, and the car is offered with factory literature and a clean Michigan title. The exterior presents classic mid-century Lincoln styling with a black soft top, spear-style ornament, rear fender skirts, and dual A-pillar spotlights. The seller notes rust repair and repaint work on the left door in 2019. Its period-correct Kelsey Hayes 15-inch wire wheels, split rim units originally built in the 1950s, have been overhauled and fully re-chromed by Dayton wheels. They were wide white-wall tires with tubes and heavy-duty flaps. The chassis features ball-joint front suspension, rear leaf springs, power-assisted drum brakes, and power steering. Inside, the power-adjustable front bench seat is upholstered in two-tone red and black leather, complemented by Regent black and silver slurry trim accents. Amenities include power windows, a lockable glove box, blower-assisted comfort control heating, and a cream-toned steering wheel with a chrome horn ring. In the driver's footwell, floor-mounted buttons operate the high/low beams and a charming Bermuda carriage bell. A gold metallic dashboard houses Capri-specific instrumentation including a 120 miles per hour horizontal speedometer, analog clock, and readouts for oil pressure, fuel level, amperage, and temperature. The heat and ventilation controls are currently inoperative, and an auxiliary coolant temperature gauge has been added beneath the dash. The mechanical odometer shows 57,000 miles, though the seller confirms it is not reflective of actual mileage. Under the hood, the 317 CI Y-block V8, rated at 205 horsepower and 305 lb-ft, features overhead valves, a counterbalanced crankshaft, hydraulic lifters, an oil bath air cleaner, and a revised 4-barrel carburetor with vacuum secondaries. The engine was reportedly overhauled in 1988, and the 4-speed hydromatic transmission was rebuilt that same year. Power is delivered through a 3.31-to-1 rear axle ratio, and fuel is stored in a 20-gallon tank. Presented as a well-preserved, tastefully customized example with long-term enthusiast ownership and documented mechanical updates, This 1954 Lincoln Capri Special Custom convertible sold for $29,250.
Number 6.
1951 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith. Price, $27,800. Location, Indiana. This 1951 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith represents the height of early post-war British luxury, wearing elegant sedan coachwork by James Young Limited of Bromley. Finished in a deep dark red over beige leather, this long-wheelbase Wraith blends handcrafted elegance with the mechanical refinement Rolls-Royce was known for during the era. Acquired by the current owner in 2007 and previously listed in 2021, it has since received meaningful mechanical servicing, making it a strong basis for continued preservation and enjoyment. The exterior features the iconic Spirit of Ecstasy mascot above a tall chrome grille, flanked by fog lamps and a center-mounted driving light. The James Young body shows classic British form with semaphore turn signals, bright trim, chrome bumpers, and stately lines throughout. Noted flaws include a missing passenger side front turn signal lens, dents in the rear bumper, and paint imperfections consistent with age and use. 17-inch steel wheels are fitted with gold-finished trim rings and body-colored covers wrapped in older white wall tires, with a full-size spare located in the trunk. Braking is handled by servo-assisted hydraulic drums, and 2023 service included a replaced master cylinder and brake repair. The chassis rides on independent front suspension with coil springs and a rear live axle supported by semi-elliptical leaf springs. Inside, this right-hand drive cabin showcases traditional Rolls-Royce craftsmanship with beige leather, matching carpets, and extensive wood grain trim. Amenities include a push-button radio, a retractable rear window blind, fold-away rear tray tables, footrests, and grab handles. Cracking is visible on both the steering wheel and the dashboard veneer, typical of unrestored cars of this vintage. Instrumentation consists of a 100 miles per hour speedometer, analog clock, combination oil pressure/coolant temperature gauge, and auxiliary fuel and amperage gauges. The odometer shows just under 60,000 miles, with roughly 2,000 added during current ownership. Actual mileage is unknown. Power comes from a 4.6-liter F-head inline-six, paired with a 4-speed manual synchromesh transmission driving the rear wheels. Recent service included a rebuilt carburetor, new electric fuel pump, and replacement fuel lines. Undercarriage photos reveal corrosion in several areas, as noted by the seller. Offered with partial service records and a clean North Carolina title, this 1951 James Young, bodied silver Wraith stands as a dignified, usable example of Rolls-Royce's early coach-built craftsmanship, an elegant classic with timeless presence and period-correct charm.
Number 7.
1951 Dodge Coronet 4-door sedan. Price, $4,500. Location, Nampa, Idaho. This 1951 Dodge Coronet 4-door sedan spent more than 2 decades with its most recent long-term owners before being offered at no reserve. Powered by a 230 CIL head inline-six paired with a 3-speed manual transmission featuring fluid drive, the car retains its classic post-war Dodge character and is finished in light blue over blue cloth upholstery. The exterior presents traditional early 1950s styling with a 2-piece windshield, front vent windows, a driver's side mirror, and bright trim outlining the windows, body lines, and bumpers. The car rides on 15-inch steel wheels with bright factory-style covers mounted on Firestone white wall tires, while a matching spare rests in the trunk. Drum brakes at all 4 corners provide stopping power consistent with the period. Inside, the Coronet features blue cloth bench seats with front lap belts and simple, functional trim. Amenities include a push-button AM radio, an analog clock, a heater, and a glove box. The dashboard centers around a 100 miles per hour speedometer flanked by rectangular auxiliary gauges for amperage, oil pressure, temperature, and fuel level. An aftermarket coolant temperature gauge is mounted beneath the dash for added monitoring. The odometer shows 90,000 miles, believed to have accrued during decades of careful use. Under the hood, the 230 CI Flathead 6, rated at 103 horsepower and 190 lb-ft of torque when new, remains in largely original form. The single-barrel carburetor is present, though the air filter assembly is missing. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through Dodge's fluid drive 3-speed manual system, a hybrid design using a hydraulic coupling that allows smoother engagement and easier shifting compared to a traditional manual. Presented as an honest, driver-quality example with long-term ownership history, original mechanical charm, and classic early 1950s styling, this Coronet sold for $4,500.
Number 8.
(1965) Amphicar Model 770. Price, $34,800. Location, Scottsdale, Arizona. This 1965 Amphicar Model 770, offered on dealer consignment in Arizona, presents a well-refurbished example of one of the most iconic amphibious vehicles ever produced. Acquired by the current owner in 2008, the car subsequently received extensive refurbishment that included a full refinish in blue, new interior upholstery in white and yellow vinyl, and the installation of a replacement white convertible soft top. The Amphicar is both a car and a boat, powered by a rear-mounted 1,147 cubic centimeters inline-4 paired with a 2-part Hermes transmission offering 4 forward gears and reverse for land use, as well as forward and reverse gearing for the dual nylon propellers used in water. The car comes equipped with 13-inch painted steel wheels fitted with American Classic white-wall tires, bright factory hubcaps, and 4-wheel drum brakes. When afloat, the front wheels act as rudders, providing maneuverability similar to a small boat. Additional exterior details include the aft flag holder, a nautical horn, marine navigation lamps, a fixed bow lamp, a vented engine cover, and a single exhaust outlet exiting through the tail panel. The car also carries a Montana boat registration, with the boat number MT6270AY matching the information listed on the title. In 2011, the left door hinge received repair work, accompanied by localized paint correction. Inside, the cabin features a split front bench, a matching rear bench, and door panels trimmed in a distinctive yellow and white vinyl combination. A cabin heater, door sealing mechanisms, and a lockable glove box complement the amphibious layout. Instrumentation includes a motometer 90 miles per hour speedometer flanked by a clock and a combined fuel and temperature gauge. The 5-digit odometer displays 1,600 miles, however, the seller notes the reading is inaccurate and true mileage is unknown. Mechanically, the Amphicar's 1,147 cubic centimeters engine was factory rated at 43 horsepower and 61 lb-ft of torque, more than adequate for its dual-purpose design. The seller reports that the vehicle is equipped with 2 bilge pumps, an essential component for water operation, and notes that both pumps have been replaced with upgraded units. Power can be directed to the rear wheels, the propellers, or both simultaneously, depending on driver input via the specialized Hermes transmission. The sale includes personal flotation devices, maritime accessories, the original owner's manual, service records, and service literature.
Number 9.
(1954) Aston Martin DB2 of 4 drop head coupe. Price, $37,800. Location, Arizona. This 1954 Aston Martin DB2 of 4 drop head coupe is one of only about 102 MKI examples produced and represents a rare early open-top Aston from the formative period of the brand's post-war rise. Completed on June 18, 1954, under chassis number LML/722, the car was delivered new in the UK through Brooklands of Bond Street to its first owner, William Mark Vincent, proprietor of Vincent's of Reading, Limited. It was imported into the United States in the 1960s, eventually acquired by its current owner in 1981 as a non-running project, and later subjected to a comprehensive refurbishment completed in 2010 by Britsport of Seattle. The aluminum body, originally finished in ivory, was removed from the frame, repaired by Ted Atkins, and refinished in the factory color using glazurate basecoat/clear coat. All brightwork was replated, and a new red convertible top was installed by Classic Interior Restorations, while the frame itself was media cleaned in powder-coated satin black. Originally equipped with a 2.6-liter inline-6, the car now runs a replacement 2.9-liter VB6J Vantage spec inline-6, installed under previous ownership. The engine was rebuilt in 2019 by Kevin K. Restorations to Mk3 specifications, receiving upgraded high-lift camshafts, larger intake valves, revised oiling, a high-volume oil pump, and increased compression, all fed by twin SU carburetors. Power is delivered to the rear wheels through a Tremec 5-speed manual transmission fitted around 2010, chosen for improved drivability. The removed David Brown 4-speed gearbox was rebuilt during the refurbishment and accompanies the car. Mechanical updates during restoration also included rebuilt Armstrong lever shocks, refurbished suspension components fitted with Feltham fast springs, and a complete brake service using Girling drum brakes at all 4 corners. The car rides on red-painted 16-inch Dunlop wire wheels with chrome knockoff hubs wrapped in 185 or 16 Michelin X radials dated 2018. A second complete set of 16-inch Dayton chrome wire wheels with Pirelli tires is also included. Its exterior presentation highlights classic DB2 and 4 details, raised headlights, a prominent bonnet scoop, bonnet-mounted trafficators, chrome bumpers with overriders, and the sleek single-piece windshield that distinguished the Mark I models. Inside, the right-hand drive cockpit was fully ret-rimmed in rich claret leather by classic interior restorations during the 2010 refurbishment, extending to the bucket seats, rear seating surfaces, door panels, and carpeting. The burl walnut dashboard houses a set of original Smith's instruments, including a 140 miles per hour speedometer with quartz clock, a reverse sweep 6,000 revolutions per minute tachometer, and an Aston Martin branded combination gauge. Additional interior details include twin open storage cubbies, a dash-mounted rear-view mirror, a passenger grab handle, and a fold-down rear deck. The odometer shows 2,500 miles, though the total mileage is unknown. A period radio mobile AM radio accompanies the car. Chassis number LML/722 and body stampings such as 808 match the information shown on the Aston Martin build sheets, and the car comes with extensive supporting documentation. Included in the sale are copies of build records, a British Motor Industry Heritage Trust certificate, refurbishment records, a DB Mark III toolkit, spare parts, car show trophies, and a Washington state title in the owner's name, noted as a duplicate. The offering also includes the rebuilt David Brown 4-speed gearbox and multiple pieces of period literature.
Number 10.
1954 Kaiser Manhattan Supercharged. Price, $30,000. Location, Manhattan. Offered here is a rare and historically significant 1954 Kaiser Manhattan Supercharged sedan, presented in comet blue with a white roof over a blue/gray tweed interior. This example was preserved for many years in a Texas private collection and remains an outstanding survivor from one of America's most innovative independent automakers. History and significance. Produced from 1953 to 1955, the Kaiser Manhattan represented the final chapter of Kaiser Frazer before the company shuttered in 1955. Only 4,109 examples were built during this period, making the model a true rarity among 1950s American sedans. For 1954, Kaiser sought to address performance concerns by fitting the McCulloch VS57 supercharger to its 226 CIL head 6-cylinder engine, boosting output from 118 horsepower to 140 horsepower. At the time, it was one of the most thoroughly tested power plants in the industry, reflecting Kaiser's commitment to engineering excellence. Period advertisements proclaimed, "The new 54 Kaiser supercharger turns beauty into a bomb." The Manhattan also introduced pioneering features such as side marker lights, underscoring Kaiser's forward-thinking approach. Exterior. This car is finished in striking comet blue with a white top, a combination that highlights the graceful lines of the Manhattan's design. It rides on wide white-wall Coker tires with period-style wire hubcaps, giving it the proper 1950s stance. Chrome brightwork and trim remain in excellent condition, further enhancing the car's distinctive profile. Interior. Inside, the cabin is upholstered in blue/gray tweed, a material that reflects mid-century style while offering durability. The dash, gauges, and controls maintain their original presentation, giving an authentic glimpse into 1950s motoring. Drivetrain and performance. Power is provided by the 226 CIL head 6-cylinder engine with McCulloch VS57 supercharger, compared to a 3-speed automatic transmission. The car starts easily and shifts smoothly, with the supercharger providing the added performance that set the 1954 Manhattan apart from its competitors. Provenance and condition. This Manhattan comes from a long-term private Texas collection, where it benefited from the state's dry climate. It includes its original parts and remains well-preserved overall. Cars of this caliber and rarity are seldom seen on the market today. Summary. The 1954 Kaiser Manhattan Supercharged is a rare and important piece of American automotive history, representing both the innovation and struggles of Kaiser Frazer as an independent manufacturer. With its supercharged engine, distinctive styling, and limited production, it stands as a unique alternative to the era's Big Three offerings. This example, preserved from private collection ownership, represents a superb opportunity for collectors seeking rarity, history, and originality.
Number 11.
1954 Deluxe Convertible. Price, $32,900. Location, Oklahoma. The 1950 Ford passenger cars carried forward the groundbreaking 1949 redesign, which marked Ford's first true post-war models. With their integrated envelope styling, wide stance, and modern suspension, these cars helped secure Ford's place in the booming post-war market. For 1950, Ford promoted 50 improvements for 50, making the models even more refined. Among them, the custom deluxe convertible stood at the top of the range, embodying style, luxury, and open-air motoring. Exterior. This particular Ford Custom Deluxe convertible is the product of a no-expense-spared, award-winning restoration, with over $70,000 invested. Finished in its original Matador red, a color exclusive to convertibles, it presents with striking elegance. A black Hearts canvas power top with red trim and original glass rear windows completes the exterior, while ribbed fender skirts, bumper guards, bumperettes, chrome door edge trim, and fingernail guards add to its period flair. Rolling on wide white wall radial tires with Ford scripted dog dish hubcaps and beauty rings, this convertible stands out as both a showpiece and a driver's delight. Interior. The cabin has been meticulously restored in two-tone red and black leather, complemented by a matching black convertible boot cover. The dash and fascia are detailed with accuracy, housing a functional clock, push-button stereophonic radio, magic air heater/defroster, courtesy lamp, cigar lighter, and turn signal indicators. Vent windows and a deluxe hood ornament reflect the thoughtful design touches Ford included to elevate the custom deluxe to luxury status. Under the hood lies Ford's famous 239 cubic inch flathead V8, producing 100 horsepower and paired with the desirable 3-speed manual 3-on-the-tree transmission with overdrive. A dual exhaust system with Ford scripted deflectors provides both performance and the unmistakable flathead soundtrack. The engine bay and undercarriage are highly detailed, reflecting the careful restoration. Mechanical updates include a disc brake system, dual master cylinder, Jamco sway bars, and gas shocks, offering improved safety and drivability without compromising originality. Highlights include V8 flathead, 239 CI/100 horsepower. 3-speed manual with overdrive. Power-operated convertible top. Deluxe push-button radio and functional clock. Magic air heater/defroster. Disc brakes, dual master cylinder. Wide white wall radials with 5 matching wheels. Chrome accessories and ribbed fender skirts. Highly detailed engine and undercarriage. This Southern Estate Classic is presented in excellent condition throughout, with just 1,500 miles since restoration. Included with the car are the owner's manual and vintage Ford sales literature, further enhancing its authenticity and collector appeal. Few post-war Fords capture the spirit of 1950s motoring like the custom deluxe convertible. With its award-winning restoration, rare Matador red finish, flathead V8 power, and extensive period-correct detailing, this example stands as one of the finest available. A true shoebox Ford convertible, it is equally ready for concours showings, club tours, or simply admired as a centerpiece of any collection.
Number 12.
1957 Chevrolet 210 Delray Club Coupe. Price, $34,900. Location, Hagerstown, Maryland. The 1957 Chevrolet 210 Delray Club Coupe stands tall as one of the most recognized icons of mid-century American motoring. This particular example has been through a detailed refurbishment and tasteful modification between 2017 and 2024, blending vintage styling with modern performance upgrades. With just 134 miles since its completion, it presents a near showroom condition and is ready for both cruising and collecting. Exterior. Finished in a dazzling light green metallic, the paintwork has been wet sanded and buffed to a mirror-like finish, giving the car an eye-catching presence at any show or on the open road. Subtle Bel Air styling details have been added, enriching its classic design, while the car rides on 14-inch steel wheels with factory-style covers, maintaining a period-correct look with a balanced stance. Bright chrome, clean trim, and a distinctive profile ensure this Delray Club Coupe captures attention wherever it goes. Interior. The cabin has been restored with black and gray vinyl upholstery, offering a balance of classic aesthetics and modern durability. Period-inspired retro gauges include a discrete digital odometer for accuracy, while a retro-style push-button radio provides both nostalgia and convenience. Every surface reflects careful attention to detail, ensuring the interior feels as refined as the exterior. Drivetrain and performance. Power comes from a freshly rebuilt 350ci V8, completed in 2024 with receipts verifying the work. A Comp Cam's camshaft enhances performance and gives the car a strong, satisfying rumble through its dual exhaust system. The engine pairs with a 4-speed manual transmission and Hurst shifter, delivering a driver-focused, engaging experience. Stopping power is modernized with power-assisted front disc brakes, offering confidence to match its performance. Summary. With its gleaming presentation, rebuilt drivetrain, and carefully selected upgrades, this 1957 Chevrolet 210 Delray Club Coupe is more than just a classic, it's a driver's car with show-quality appeal. It represents the perfect marriage of 1950s styling and modern functionality, ready to be enjoyed by its next caretaker. Whether for cruising, car shows, or private collection, this Chevy offers an irresistible blend of history, style, and performance.
Number 13.
1955 Ford Fairlane Crown Victoria. Price, $27,900. Location, Conway, South Carolina. Offered here is a 1955 Ford Fairlane Crown Victoria, beautifully restored and well-preserved, showcasing the elegance and flair of mid-1950s Ford design. This example combines show-level presentation with road-ready dependability, making it equally at home on the concours field or weekend cruises. Exterior. Finished in an eye-catching turquoise color scheme, the Crown Victoria wears its distinctive stainless roof band proudly, a hallmark of this sought-after body style. Chrome and brightwork have been fully refinished and gleam like new, while the overall presentation reflects a restoration completed to a very high standard. Interior. The cabin is finished in matching turquoise upholstery, capturing the spirit of 1950s design. Materials and trim present cleanly, with restored details throughout. All instruments, controls, and features are reported as functional, offering both comfort and authenticity. Drivetrain and mechanical. Power comes from the rebuilt original 272 cubic inch V8, dressed with period-correct touches and detailed to show standards. It is paired with an automatic transmission, ensuring smooth operation. The engine bay is presented to a high level, while the undercarriage is equally impressive, featuring pinstripe detailing on the differential and frame. Condition. This Crown Victoria is fully functional and ready for use, whether entered in judged shows or enjoyed on the open road. The restoration has been carefully maintained, and the car runs and drives as well as it looks. Summary. The 1955 Ford Fairlane Crown Victoria represents one of the most iconic designs of the 1950s, and this restored example captures its glamour in full. With the rebuilt original V8, meticulous detailing, and turnkey readiness, it stands as a show-worthy yet drivable classic. Offered at $27,900, with shipping, financing, and potential trades available.
Number 14.
1962 Chevrolet Impala SS. Price, $34,000. Location, Woodland, California. Offered for sale is a 1962 Chevrolet Impala Super Sport, finished in a striking red-on-red color combination. With 65,000 miles showing, this SS blends factory originality with thoughtful upgrades, making it both a collectible and a capable driver. The Impala SS was Chevrolet's flagship full-size performance model for 1962, and this example captures that early 60s muscle luxury spirit. Exterior. The car wears a vibrant red exterior that emphasizes the Super Sport's signature styling details. From its sweeping profile to its distinct trim, the presentation is true to its era. Chrome bumpers and bright work remain in clean condition, complementing the bold finish. Interior. Inside, the SS carries a matching red interior that highlights its period-correct sporty yet comfortable design. The cabin retains the Super Sport's upscale touches while providing driver-friendly features such as factory air conditioning and power steering, rare options that enhance comfort on long cruises. Drivetrain in performance. Power comes from a strong-running 327 cubic inch V8 paired with a modern 700 R4 automatic transmission, offering smooth shifting and highway-friendly overdrive. A new Edelbrock carburetor has been fitted for reliable performance. The car also benefits from power brakes, improving stopping ability, and steering assist for easier maneuverability. Undercarriage in condition. According to the seller, the undercarriage and trunk are very solid, free from major rust or structural concerns. The vehicle is described as mechanically sound, with no significant issues reported. Summary. This 1962 Chevrolet Impala SS represents a desirable mix of factory style and upgraded drivability. With its 327 V8, overdrive transmission, factory AC, and strong overall condition, it's equally suited to weekend cruising or show field display. At $34,000 OBO, it's a well-presented example of one of Chevrolet's most iconic early 60s models.
Number 15.
1963 Cadillac Series 62 Coupe. Price, $31,100. Location, Texas. Mileage, 3,728 miles. This 1963 Cadillac Series 62 Coupe blends factory elegance with tasteful period-correct updates, offering both vintage appeal and modern drivability. With its iconic long, low, and wide stance, this coupe remains a symbol of Cadillac's early 1960s design excellence. Finished in factory-correct Somerset blue with a crisp white roof and complemented by a preserved blue interior, this Cadillac presents itself as a head-turner with a subtle custom edge. Exterior. The exterior is finished in factory-correct Somerset blue with a white roof, a color scheme that highlights the sleek proportions of the Series 62. A 1964 Cadillac front grille section adds a unique distinction without compromising originality. Wide white wall tires and fender skirts complete the authentic early 60s Cadillac look, while the car's stance is enhanced by a full AirTech Air Ride suspension with 3 remote-controlled settings, allowing the driver to tailor its ride height from boulevard cruising to show display. Interior. Inside, the car retains much of its factory-correct blue vinyl and cloth upholstery, offering a mostly original cabin that reflects Cadillac's luxury ethos. The materials show only minor work consistent with age, preserving the authenticity of the car. Discrete upgrades include an AM/FM/CD player hidden in the glove box for modern convenience, while the rest of the dash and trim maintain period-correct presentation. Drivetrain in performance. Power comes from Cadillac's 390 cubic inch V8 with a 4-barrel carburetor, delivering smooth and confident performance. This engine is paired with a 4-speed Hydromatic automatic transmission, ensuring refined cruising. The addition of the AirTech Air Ride system not only provides adjustable stance but also enhances comfort, blending classic Cadillac float with modern suspension flexibility. Condition and notes. With 3,728 miles shown, true mileage unknown, this Series 62 presents well overall. It does display minor flaws and imperfections, but these add character and reflect its history as a well-loved driver rather than a garage queen. The car runs, drives, and shows impressively, striking a balance between originality and subtle modification. Summary. This 1963 Cadillac Series 62 Coupe captures the essence of Cadillac's golden era with its elegant styling, powerful V8, and luxurious ride. The tasteful updates, including the 1964 grille and air ride suspension, add individuality without diminishing its authenticity. Whether destined for weekend cruises, car shows, or simply to be admired as a rolling piece of design history, this Cadillac delivers a timeless ownership experience.
Number 16.
1956 Ford Victoria Hardtop. Price, $42,000. Location, Kansas City, Missouri. Offered here is a beautifully kept 1956 Ford Victoria Hardtop, a car that has been with the same owner for 35 years. With only 1,000 miles driven since its engine rebuild, this Victoria combines period-correct style with extensive mechanical restoration, making it both a showpiece and a strong driver. Exterior. The car is finished in sleek black paint complemented by re-chromed bumpers, bumperettes, and bright trim that gleam with a fresh, restored shine. Fender skirts and new rubber seals add to the factory-correct presentation, while restored glass and lenses ensure clarity and detail throughout. Interior. Inside, the cabin has been refinished in classic black and white, true to 1950s style. Upholstery on the seats and door panels reflects the original pattern, complemented by black carpeting, a restored headliner, and trunk liner. A Pioneer 50-watt stereo is neatly hidden in the glove box with additional speakers in the rear, while the original tube radio remains in place for authenticity. All electrical components function properly, including lighting and switches. Drivetrain and mechanical. Power comes from a 292 V8 that was rebuilt into a 312 cubic inch engine, now with only 1,000 miles since completion. The setup includes a rebuilt 4-barrel Holley carburetor, rebuilt distributor, dual exhaust with new glass pack mufflers, and a rebuilt generator. The original Ford-O-Matic transmission has been serviced with adjusted bands, fresh fluid, and filter. Supporting systems have also been refreshed, rebuilt radiator, new belts, hoses, seals, and a new power steering unit. Suspension and brakes. This Victoria benefits from a full chassis refresh, including new shocks, 2 new rear leaf springs, 8 new front suspension bushings, turned drums with rebuilt wheel cylinders, new brake lines, shoes, and 6 new wheel bearings. Steering is tight and precise, with rebuilt power steering gears ensuring confident handling. Summary. Owned for more than 3 decades by a dedicated enthusiast, this 1956 Ford Victoria hardtop has been meticulously restored and mechanically renewed. With its striking black exterior, period-correct black and white interior, upgraded 312 V8, and countless rebuilt components, it stands ready for both local shows and weekend drives. At $42,000, negotiable, this Victoria is an exceptional opportunity for collectors seeking a well-sorted mid-1950s Ford. Available now in Kansas City, Missouri.
Number 17.
1957 Chevrolet 150. Price, $1,650. Current bid. Location, Missouri. Up for auction is a remarkable piece of American automotive history, the 1957 Chevrolet 150. Known as the entry-level model in Chevrolet's lineup for 1957, the 150 may have been the most affordable option when new, but today it stands as a rare and desirable classic. Its clean lines, distinctive 1950s styling, and connection to one of the most celebrated model years in Chevrolet history make it a sought-after vehicle among collectors and enthusiasts alike. This vehicle is listed under lot number 676688045, carrying VIN A57S205981, and comes with a Missouri Certificate of Title, P. The odometer reads 32,801 miles, exempt, pointing to its long life and history. Finished in a timeless black exterior, the car exudes a bold and commanding presence that highlights its vintage character. The condition report notes normal wear along with some mechanical damage, as expected for a vehicle of its age. Despite this, the Chevrolet 150 carries an estimated retail value of $25,000, underscoring its strong potential as either a restoration project or a base for custom work. The car is offered without keys, and it is listed as a GEO off-site vehicle, which may require special arrangements for pickup and transport. Inside, the Chevrolet 150 offers the same straightforward, functional interior design that made it a favorite for budget-conscious buyers in its day, but it also provides a blank canvas for enthusiasts who may want to restore it to factory originality or enhance it with modern touches. Its body lines and styling cues represent the golden era of Chevrolet design, making it an excellent addition to any collection. At present, the current bid stands at $1,650, though the seller's reserve has not yet been met. With over 4 days and 14 hours remaining in the auction, there is still time for interested bidders to place their offers and secure this exceptional classic. This 1957 Chevrolet 150 represents more than just a car, it's a tangible link to mid-century America, a chance to own and preserve a piece of Chevrolet's storied history. Whether you're a collector, a restorer, or someone with a passion for vintage automobiles, this car offers immense opportunity and timeless appeal.
Number 18.
1963 Chevrolet Corvair convertible. Price, $10,000. Location, Corinth, Texas. Offered here is a 1963 Chevrolet Corvair convertible, an iconic compact from Chevrolet's forward-thinking early 1960s lineup. Known for its rear-mounted, air-cooled flat-six engine and lightweight handling, the Corvair broke the mold of Detroit design with European-inspired engineering. This particular example is presented as a driver-quality convertible with strong mechanicals, excellent interior presentation, and a 5-footer paint finish that makes it an approachable classic ready to be enjoyed. Exterior. Finished in blue paint, the Corvair shows well as a classic drop-top cruiser. The seller notes the finish is a 5-footer, very attractive from a short distance, though not concours level, making it an ideal candidate for spirited driving without worry. Bright work and trim appear complete, with the car carrying the unmistakable styling cues of the early Corvair, including its sleek body lines and compact proportions. Interior. The cabin presents in excellent condition, with upholstery that has been carefully maintained or refreshed. Seating, door panels, and dash components appear tidy and correct, providing a comfortable space for open-air motoring. The clean interior adds to the car's usability, ready for top-down drives in classic 1960s style. Drivetrain and performance. Power comes from the 2.4L flat-six engine paired with Chevrolet's Powerglide 2-speed automatic transmission. This combination provides smooth cruising and a distinctly different driving experience compared to other American cars of the era. With just 700 miles driven since recent work, the Corvair's drivetrain remains in fine operating condition, ready for its next owner to enjoy. Condition and value. This Corvair is a solid driver, mechanically strong, with an excellent interior, honest exterior finish, and an iconic open-top profile. It represents an affordable entry point into classic car ownership, ideal for enthusiasts seeking something unique, approachable, and different from the usual full-size 1960s convertibles.
Number 19.
1959 Ford Thunderbird Coupe. Price, $7,800. Location, Ohio. This one-owner 1959 Ford Thunderbird Coupe carries a story that spans more than 6 decades, tracing a single family's journey from Nebraska to California and back again. Purchased new and kept by the same owner until their passing, the car lived its early years under the California sun, cruising Los Angeles through the 1960s, 70s, and well into the 80s. After a long period of storage in Nebraska, it eventually returned to Los Angeles in 2014, where a careful, patient refurbishment unfolded, finally completed in 2023. What emerged was a remarkably honest, well-preserved square bird with renewed life, yet still wearing the marks of a car that has truly lived. Originally finished in platinum metallic, the Thunderbird received a respray in glacier silver metallic in 2018, a modern BMW shade that suits the hardtop's long, sculpted lines. It retains its fender ornaments and dual exhaust outlets, while small imperfections remain part of its authenticity, touched-up cosmetic blemishes, some trim corrosion, a cracked right-side door glass, and slow-moving wipers that remind you this is a survivor, not an over-restored showpiece. Its stance comes courtesy of black-finished 14-inch steel wheels wrapped in BF Goodrich Silvertown Redline radials, with traditional drum brakes at all four corners. Inside, the cabin was reupholstered in black leather, giving the cockpit a fresh, purposeful feel. Bucket seats, lap belts, power windows, and a working electric clock bring the period charm back to life. Though some quirks remain, the glove box won't open, the right side power windows are inoperative, and the ignition switch requires a bit of finesse. Under the hood, the car's heart was fully renewed. The 352 CI-V8 was rebuilt in 2019 and factory rated at 300 horsepower. Recent service includes a repaired radiator, a new fuel pump, and carburetor adjustment in 2024. Power flows to the rear wheels through a column-shifted 3-speed manual with overdrive, a rare and engaging combination for a Thunderbird. During the engine rebuild, the clutch and pressure plate were replaced, ensuring smooth operation. The odometer shows 95,000 miles, all accumulated under its original owner, a testament to how deeply this car was woven into their life. Supporting documents include manuals, literature, a copy of the 1960 registration, service records, spare parts, and a California title listing the car, curiously, as a 1961 model year. As a whole, this Thunderbird is more than a classic, it is a lived-in time capsule, restored where needed, preserved where honest, and always kept close by the person who bought it new. Sold at no reserve, it represents a rare chance to hold the keys to a genuine one-owner square bird with a story as long as its sweeping fins.
Number 20.
1953 Chevrolet Carryall. Price, $24,500. Location, Waxahachie, Texas. A rare blend of vintage utility and modern performance, this 1953 Chevrolet Carryall, Suburban, has been fully reimagined with comfort, drivability, and style in mind. Originally a U.S. Navy fleet vehicle, it now presents as a custom-built classic ready for both shows and cruising. Exterior. The body wears a custom two-tone burgundy and gray finish, complemented by Coker Classic wide white-wall tires that highlight its vintage character. Chrome accents, clean lines, and period-correct details give it a timeless appeal while signaling its upgraded nature. Interior. Inside, the cabin is finished in gray with thoughtful upgrades to enhance driving comfort. Features include a tilt steering column with a banjo-style steering wheel, classic instruments gauges, and a Kenwood AM/FM/CD stereo. Vintage Air Gen 4 Magnum air conditioning ensures a cool ride even on warm days. Drivetrain and chassis. Power comes from a 5.0 LV8 mated to a TH350 3-speed automatic transmission. The build incorporates long tube headers, a 12-bolt rear axle, and a 1970s Camaro front clip with sway bar for improved handling. Front and rear power disc brakes provide confident stopping power, while electric wipers add modern-day convenience. Provenance and documentation. This Carryall started life as a Navy fleet vehicle before undergoing its transformation into a custom Restomod. The sale includes all build receipts, documenting the work invested in its current form. Summary. With its military origins, tasteful upgrades, and extensive receipts, this 1953 Chevrolet Carryall strikes the perfect balance between classic suburban styling and modern performance. Offered at $54,500, it's an eye-catching Restomod ready for the road, the show field, or your collection. '61 Chevrolet Impala 2-door hardtop. Price, $35,500. Location, Los Angeles. This 1961 Chevrolet Impala 2-door hardtop is a fully customized, high-performance Restomod that blends original styling with extensive modern upgrades. Powered by a Crate 350 CI-V8 rated at 440 horsepower and backed by a Stage 2 700R4 4-speed automatic transmission, this car delivers serious muscle with everyday drivability. Finished in period-correct solid twilight turquoise with an ermine white roof and matching turquoise interior, it retains its factory charm while benefiting from over $30,000 in performance, comfort, and electronics upgrades since its last sale. Exterior. Resprayed in its original solid twilight turquoise with an ermine white hardtop, the body presents straight panels, excellent paint quality, and refined chrome and stainless trim. The car sits aggressively on polished chrome foose wheels wrapped in performance tires, while dual antennas and subtle custom touches hint at its upgraded nature. All lighting, glass, and weather stripping appear well maintained. Prior to modification, the car had already received a full repaint and metalwork, including a new driveshaft, belts, hoses, radiator, plugs, and exhaust system. Interior. The stock-style turquoise vinyl interior is in excellent condition, with clean upholstery, matching door panels, and detailed carpeting. Original features like the AM radio remain in place, complemented by modern additions including a Dakota digital instrument cluster and custom sound system. Upgrades include power windows, updated HVAC with a 134 AC, and a full suite of electronics totaling over $5,000, including dual tweeters, JBL speakers, Pioneer subwoofer for amplifiers, and an integrated alarm system. The interior remains comfortable, stylish, and very well sorted. Drivetrain and performance. Under the hood lies a powerful Crate 350 Ci V8 rated at 440 horsepower, fitted with a Holley Sniper EFI system, MSD digital ignition, and Edelbrock air cleaner. The engine is cooled by a Champion aluminum radiator with electric fan and shroud. Power is routed through a Stage 2 700R4 transmission with high-energy clutches, a 2600 stall torque converter, and reinforced internals including a Beast Sun shell. The car also received a coilover suspension kit front and rear, four-wheel disc brakes with a big brake kit, and performance shocks for improved handling and stopping power. An EFI-ready fuel tank with integrated sending unit and pump was also installed. Summary. This 1961 Chevrolet Impala two-door hardtop is a thoughtfully executed custom build that respects the original car's elegant design while adding muscle car performance and modern amenities. With show-quality paint, a fresh and clean interior, and a drivetrain built for performance, it represents the best of both worlds, vintage style and contemporary usability. Whether you're looking for a weekend showstopper or a head-turning cruiser, this Impala is ready to deliver a thrilling experience behind the wheel.